Number 1, the chemical factors that determine traits are called B, traits, C, genes, or D, characters. Number 2, offspring that result from crosses between parents with different traits. A, are true breeding. C, make up the parental generation. Or D, are called hybrids. Number 3, Gregor Mendel concluded that traits are A, not inherited by offspring, B, inherited through the passing of factors from parents to offspring, or D, are determined by recessive factors only. Number 4, when Gregor Mendel crossed a homozygous tall plant with a short plant, the F1 plants inherited A, an allele for tallness from each parent, B, an allele for tallness from the tall parent, and an allele for shortness from the short parent, or C, an allele for shortness from each parent. Number 5, when Gregor Mendel crossed true breeding tall plants with short plants, all the offspring were tall because A, the allele for tall plants is recessive, B, the allele for short plants is dominant, or C, the allele for tall plants is dominant. Number 6, in the P1 generation, a homozygous tall plant is crossed with a short plant. If the F1P plants are allowed to self-pollinate, so in other words, a homozygous tall plant crosses with a short plant, and it makes each of these. If now those are allowed to cross-pollinate, so you have 2 of these cross-pollinating, B, all of the offspring will be tall. C, all of the offspring will be short. Or D, some of the offspring will be tall and some will be short. Number 7, an organism that has 2 identical alleles for a particular trait is said to be A, hybrid, B, homozygous, or C, heterozygous. So if they have 2 of the same alleles. Number 8, a Punnett square shows all of the following except A, all possible results of a genetic cross, B, the possible genotypes of the offspring, or D, the actual results of a genetic cross. Number 9, how many different allele combinations would be found in the gametes produced by a pea plant whose genotype was capital R, little r, capital Y, capital Y? So if you do your Punnett square here, you should be able to figure out how many different combinations would be found. Number 10, if a pea plant that is heterozygous for round yellow peas is crossed with a pea plant that is homozygous for round peas but heterozygous for yellow peas, how many different phenotypes are their offspring expected to show? So this one makes kind of a large Punnett square, so I did it on another sheet of paper. And number 10, that is what the Punnett square would look like. And then I did a table to decide, or to show how many came up round and yellow, wrinkled and yellow, round and green, and wrinkled and green. So when the question asks, how many different phenotypes are their offspring expected to show? So how many different phenotypes did we see from doing the Punnett square? Number 11. Gregor Mendel's principles of genetics apply to A, plants only, B, animals only, or D, all organisms. Number 12. If an organism's diploid number is 12, its haploid number is 12, 6, or 3. Number 13. What is shown in figure 11.3? So if you can see, we have A is kind of gray, or these are kind of gray. This one's white. And then they do that, and now we have gray with a little bit of white on it, and white with a little bit of gray on it. Do we call that A, independent assortment, C, crossing over, or D, replication? Number 14, chromosomes form tetrads during A, prophase 1 of meiosis, C, interphase, or D, anaphase 2 of meiosis. Number 15, during which division of meiosis is the number of chromosomes cut in half? A, the first division, B, the second division, or C, it isn't. Number 16, unlike mitosis, meiosis results in the formation of A, 2 genetically identical cells, B, 4 genetically different cells, or D, 2 genetically different cells. Number 17, which of the following assort independently? A, chromosomes, C, multiple alleles, or D, codominant alleles. Number 18, linked genes, B, assort independently, C, are on the same chromosome, or D, are always recessive. Number 19, gene maps are based on A, the frequencies of crossing over between genes, B, independent assortment, or D, the number of genes in a cell.